So I'm out here doing a little canny hike with my pups, and I thought I'd just make a little video about harnesses. I'm not sure if they're going to fit, if they're going to be right, and even sometimes when we get a harness fitted, it may fit our dog for a little while, and then all of a sudden we find that it's causing issues for our dog. You know, perhaps it's riding up on their neck and we can hear them choking a little bit. Perhaps it's chafing them. So there's things that can go wrong. This is why I've had a look at harnesses from a mechanical point of view, looking at how the forces apply and where the direction. So as their dogs are pulling, there's a force being applied through the harness, through the bungee, and if you're doing Canicross, to you hopefully through your pelvis. It's not necessarily that the force being applied to the dog that's problematic. It's the direction of that force. But your direction of pull shouldn't really change. The only way that the direction of pull is going to change is if the dog changes from how much it's pulling and backing off. As it backs off, as the dogs back off, that rope's going to get slack. So it's going to be less force, but the angle's going to change. See, if I get close, the rope drops down low. As I pull back, the rope gets taut, and that angle when the rope is taut is what we need to look at in conjunction with the harness design and the harness fit. So in addition to the force and the direction, we also need to consider the point of rotation. So is that harness just pulling back directly in towards the dog, or is that harness rotating around? Now, if it's rotating, and likely it will be, we need to consider where is that point of rotation. So if we look at the dog, I don't know if we can see, the thoracic cavity, so we've got here the ribs coming behind the shoulder blade here. Stay still for me. It's got the ribs coming behind the shoulder blade, and this actually makes a nice sort of circle area here. So point of rotation for this harness actually is going to be sort of about here. So just behind the shoulder blade in the rib area, probably a little bit lower than the middle. So that's about the middle of her body there. So her point of rotation of this harness is about here. And that's just this harness fit and design. Some harnesses, point of rotation might be a little bit higher up. Now, if that point of rotation is higher up, what's going to happen when we put pressure on the harness is it's going to pull in this direction. Now, that's putting the pressure on the soft tissue. What we want is the rotation or the torque to be twisting this way towards the back of the dog. We want it pulling here. So that's pulling in front of the shoulder blade and underneath.